Welcome. My name is Jesselyn Ackerman Frank.
I am the Community and Civic Engagement Director at the Commission for Deaf, Deafblind, and Hard of Hearing Minnesotans. This is the Network Outreach Group. We want to take this opportunity to thank everybody within the community and all the organizations that have come together to talk about the deaf, deafblind, and hard of hearing, its history of voting and campaign. The voting outreach team goes throughout Minnesota to talk about voting and their stories. The stories have inspired us to set up the first video of outreach here for all of you, so you feel inspired and motivated to get out and vote. We also want to hear if you have any needs and provide education and resources to give you equal access. This live taping is for you to empower you with information and knowledge that you need so that you feel that your vote matters.
Hi and welcome. So happy for everybody who has come tonight. My name is Jason Valentine, and I'm the board chair for the Minnesota Commission of Deaf, Deafblind, Hard of Hearing Minnesotans. So thank you again for coming.
Hello, I'm Eric Nooker, and I'm with the Deaf Queers of Minnesota. As an American, I vote because I feel it is my duty to vote for candidates that believe the same things I do, regardless of ethnicity, sexual orientation. The point is that I vote for equality. I also vote for the betterment of everyone. And I vote for people who believe in people.
Hi, I am Meg Daily Rogers, and I'm the representative of Deaf Equity. And I vote because many services are missing in our community for the deaf, deafblind, and hard of hearing. We believe it is important to vote to secure resources and funding to fulfill those missing gaps.
And my name is Darlene Zangara. I also represent Deaf Equity. I also work as the director for the State of Minnesota Olmstead Implementation Office. Voting is such an important thing and an important right in America to vote. Voting gives me a voice that is heard. Many people can't vote, like children, that then depend on you to go out and vote, to make the right decisions on their behalf. So please, do vote.
Please vote.
Hello, my name is Kou Bang, and I am the student body president of the Metro Deaf School. I represent MDS today and the younger generation getting out to vote so that we can make a difference using our voices and impact the world. I stand up with them today, the voice of the youth, to get out and vote, to make a difference.
Hi, my name is Bethany Gammon, and I represent Family Tree Clinic. I'm voting because we believe that everyone, no matter who they are, should have the opportunity to reach their highest level of health. Every person in this country deserves accurate information, resources about health, including sex, sexuality, and resources. We need leaders who actually care about our whole well-being, and we need to make our communities healthy and strong.
Hi, I'm Cathy Monopolist with DeafBlind women of Minnesota. The elections are coming up soon. Your opinions and your concerns are valuable, and it's important to vote. So go vote. Hi, my name is Maggie.
Hi, I'm Caitlin.
And we're from Think Self, Minnesota's deaf adult basic education and advocacy.
Voting is important because it is your opportunity to tell the government what you want for your life, your future, and the future of our community.
Hello, I'm John Ainsworth, and I represent American Sign Language Interpreting Services. I vote because as a deaf person, I care about the destiny of my home state and the nation. Voting is my opportunity to affect change.
Hi, my name is Elise Na, and I work for the state of Minnesota as a state coordinator for deaf services for vocational rehabilitation services. Many years ago, my great-grandmother fought for the right for women to vote, and I am proud of that and take that responsibility seriously. We can choose to vote for those that support my beliefs and wishes, and I have seen the impact of voting on many issues: education, employment, healthcare, and equal rights for all. Voting allows you to choose who represents your beliefs and can support funding for the programs you use and everything you need. The government depends on you. Go out and vote.
Hello, my name is Farr Dosa. I represent Minnesota Deaf Muslim Community, MDMC. It's important to vote because I've experienced oppression and fear as a deaf Muslim. This is my home in America, and you shouldn't go to vote without knowing what you're voting for. Be aware of all the diversity and embrace it, and make sure the candidates embrace it too, and vote for that candidate.
Hello, everyone. My name is Terry Wilding. I'm the superintendent of the Minnesota State Academy for the Deaf in Faribault. I vote because I like candidates and representatives, state, federal, legislative, in government who support my beliefs and my needs for the school and the community and the people that we work with. Voting is important because we can select candidates who represent the same beliefs and values that we do. If you don't vote, we may not be satisfied by the person who is elected. It's important to do your research and learn what the candidates' stances are. Go out and vote.
Hi, my name is Xavier Arena, and I am with the voting networking team. And the only way for us to be heard is to vote. So go vote.
Hello, my name is Dan Milliken, and I am the Division Director for the Deaf and Hard of Hearing Services Division within the Minnesota Department of Human Services. I vote because I want to exercise my right to vote as a Minnesotan, a parent, a husband, an individual, a community member, and a professional. As the director, I oversee the division that provides statewide programs and services for people who are deaf, hard of hearing, deafblind, and late deafened, who have some level of hearing loss in Minnesota. We depend on the Minnesota legislature's biannual budget allocations to ensure that we continue to provide high-quality services for our communities statewide. It takes a group of votes to make a difference on any important issue, including programs like Deaf and Hard of Hearing Service divisions. It all starts with one vote, and that's why I vote.
Hello, I'm Kim Wasner, President of St. Paul, Minneapolis Black Deaf Advocates. You need to go and vote if you cherish your community, especially with the hearing Black community as well. We have rights that we need to go out and vote and come together, and we'll make a difference in our lives throughout our community. So thank you, and go out and vote, please. Don't stay home and drink coffee. Get out and vote. Hi, I'm Alicia Lane-Outlaw. I'm a board member for the National Association of Deaf. You need to vote to make sure that our state and our country doesn't forget about me and my community. Thank you.
Hello, I'm John Fechter, Board President for Minnesota Association for Deaf Citizens. And I vote because of the deaf community. There are several issues that we are fighting for our rights. For example, communication access. Hello, I'm Xavier Arena, and I'm here to represent the Minnesota Commission for the Deaf, DeafBlind, and Hard of Hearing. Your votes are very important. Please go out and vote. Hello, I'm Sean Renson. I'm the Vice President of the Minnesota Registry of Interpreters for the Deaf. Voting is important. Growing up here in Minnesota, I cherish this state, and I look forward to future generations of deaf people enjoying it as much as I do. This is a wonderful state, and we need to continue that legacy.
Thank you for your involvement in this important conversation about voting. We know voting is very important, and we know that some folks may feel overwhelmed or confused about the process. So now we're here with this panel, the voting outreach team, and they're going to answer some of my questions, and they're also board members of the commission as well. So thank you so much for coming. So we can start with our question. My first question is, when are the elections?
The elections happen on November 6th. That's a Tuesday. You can show up and vote in person that day, but that is not the only time that you can vote. You can vote before that. If you go into your county office, you can vote then. And there are other opportunities as well. You can request a ballot be sent to your home that you will fill out and send back. You can either send it through the regular mail, through FedEx, or UPS.
There's many options to vote. Good to know. So if I work that day, am I allowed to take time off to go vote?
Yes, you are. You have that right. You can leave work and go to your polling place and get back to work. They cannot deduct your pay, your vacation, or your personal leave.
Oh, good to know. It's very accessible that day. So if I'm not sure, or if I don't remember if I've registered or not, how do I know I am actually ready to vote?
You can go online to www.mnvotes.org. Then you go to the tab for election and voting. In that tab, you're able to put in your zip code, and that will show the address you can verify, and that's how you can register. If you're not registered, there is a form online that you can fill out, or you can mail in.
Oh, thank you for explaining all of that. Now I know that I'm registered, but where do I go? How do I know where I go to actually vote? Where is that information posted? Sure, you go to www.mnvotes.org, click on the tab that says Elections and Voting. You will see a tab that says Election Day Voting. You type in your address, and you will find your voting poll. It'll tell you exactly where to go. Good to know. So I know that there's a lot of people on the ballot. Is it possible for me to review that ahead of time and I know whose information is on there? Yes, you can. You do have the ability to look at it ahead of time on that same website. They have that tab that says Elections and Voting. And you will see a tab that says What's on the Ballot. And you'll see a box that says a sample voting ballot. And that ballot will give you a list of names and candidates, and it'll say who you can, it'll give examples of who you can vote for, gives you time to research and study. So if I need assistance or any help, if I'm deaf or deafblind and need assistance at the voting poll, is that possible to get that assistance?
Yes, suppose you need support. The most common type of support is for deafblind individuals. They are allowed to have SSPs, service support providers, join them at their polling place for help. Another option is that you can have a friend join you. However, if a friend is joining you or not able to join you, you may also request to have a voting judge, an election judge, come and help you vote. The support that they provide you is that they can tell you who is on the ballot and what issues are being voted on. Another option is that if you needed help filling out the ballot, you could tell them who you plan to vote for and they can fill it out for you. The one thing that they cannot do is coerce and advise you on who to vote for.
Oh, good to know. Thank you for that information. I'm happy to know that there's support there if it's needed. So what other resources should I be looking for?
Yes, there are additional resources available if you go onto the Commission's website. That's MNCDHH.org. On our website, we have several videos that we have produced. You can click on those videos to view closed captions. They are produced in American Sign Language, and there is also a spoken English interpretation. That's a wonderful resource. I suggest you check it out.
Can you tell me the website again?
MNCDHH.org.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, and I am so glad that you guys have come today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, I'm honored to introduce these two. We have the president of the Minnesota Association of Deaf Citizens, John.
Hi.
And next to him, we have a board member from the National Association of the Deaf, Alicia.
Hi.
So I have some questions for these two. Let's get started. So do you mind explaining where I could search for information about political candidates? There's a lot out there, but how do I sort through that information?
Certainly, that's a good question, and it is challenging to find this information. One thing I would suggest is what my first step is. I typically go into the Google search engine and I type up some keyword, for example, who is running for office in Minnesota. You can start there, and that'll pull up a variety of search results. I would suggest the top two as more accurate information. For example, two could be minpost.com, or another one would be starandtribune.com. Once you click on those, you'll have access to different information regarding categories of candidates. So if they're running for Attorney General, Governor, Secretary of State, for example, or Congress and Senate. Once you click on one of those different links that are posted there, for example, Governor, you can see who is running for governor, Republican, Democrat, or Independent. You will also see their websites, links to their specific websites. You can get information about their background, what issues they support or not.
For me, I will typically first figure out who my candidate is. So it depends where I live. Typically, I will Google sample ballot, Minnesota, and that first hit usually gets me to the Secretary of State's website. From there, I can go in and put my address, and it'll show me the national and state, county, and city level candidates. If I need more, I'll look at the list. If there's a candidate that has its own website, there's a link there. That's very nice. Also, if I look at my candidates and I don't know them well, and I want to know more about them before I make a decision, I'll usually take their name and put it in Google News. Google News I bring because they have the most recent information or articles about that particular candidate, pro and con. If I'm still feeling like I need more information, I'll typically go to their website or their Facebook page or other social media to look at the candidate and what they're saying. Sometimes I'll chat with friends. My friends on Facebook, I'll read what they're posting about candidates. I know several friends that are more savvy on political issues and share my beliefs. If I really struggle, sometimes I can ask their opinion. Typically, I learn best through reading about the candidates, but everybody has their own feel. Sometimes I'll go, in the past, but not often, I've gone to debates to learn more about that candidate.
These are great options on how to research these candidates more. These are great ideas. Thank you. So there's many issues out there. How do we know that we can find a political candidate that supports the issues that we support?
As we both mentioned, you can access the specific candidate's campaign website. For example, for governor, you can see everybody who's running will have their own website. You can see their stance or their issues, what they believe, and for example, perhaps issues related to gun control, education, healthcare, immigration, employment. You can go onto the candidate's website. However, understand that most of the things that you're going to see there, most of the issues highlighted, are ones that are going to impact most Minnesotans. If you're looking for things that are more related to deaf, deafblind, and hard of hearing, specifically discrimination and how to combat that, you may have to contact that specific candidate's office and ask questions, or go to debates and ask the question live and in person. There are several options.
Before I look at the candidates and their issues, I feel like I have to understand the candidate and what they're running for at a national level, at a state level, maybe local or county or city. Also, what kind of position they're running for. Is it administrative, like president, vice president, governor, mayor, or perhaps legislative or judicial? I'll research that to get a better understanding. For example, recently I was a delegate for a county convention. I went to the conference and the hot issue was actually the commissioner, county commissioner. Now at that time, I wasn't really sure what a county commissioner does. So I did my research and realized, yes, at the county level, they are strongly involved with Child Protective Services, or CPS. CPS within the deaf community, working with deaf children and the deaf parents, has become a big issue nationwide. And National Association of the Deaf posts articles and white papers about that issue. So once I knew that, I can go to an event or a debate at the county commissioner, for the county commissioner, write my question about CPS to the coordinator, and all of the candidates will answer that question, and I can compare their responses. That was a great experience. So that's an example of my experience. Now, once I understand what their role is and their view on different issues, I can go to a more broader search if they're within different parties like Republican, Democrat, Independent. And then all of the parties, they do have a platform. These are issues they support. I can often go on the national level or state level, and sometimes they have different views on each. And I can look at their platform And that helps me to understand the candidates and whether I'm for or against their issues. For example, I might have to dig more by going to the candidate's website and Googling a particular issue and seeing what they're saying about it. If there's nothing there, I may talk with friends. And at the national organizations and state organizations that have particular issues that they're addressing, oftentimes those organizations will send out questions or issues that they know candidates support, and I can read about them there. If there's still nothing, oftentimes I'll just reach out directly to the campaign office and ask them their views on my particular issue, or I'll go to an event where I can actually meet and ask them questions directly.
That really helps give me a visual image of what this looks like. So it's a lot of issues. So now, speaking as a deaf person, and within the deaf-blind hard of hearing community, how do I know a candidate really truly understands the laws and the things that are important to our community? How do I find that information out?
Well, as I mentioned previously, with specific issues, I can't always be sure if they are also going to address my needs. So I have to dig deeper on that. I'll contact the campaign office and ask if they support that or not. Plus, I can also, with accessibility and accommodations, I can ask if they will provide sign language interpreters or CART services. Sometimes they may say no. It's important then to ask why, to get the reasons behind, which will help you plan for the next step. For example, you could contact mnvotes.org and go onto their website. They have several different links, and you would go into voting and voters. And there are ways there on their website to file a grievance. And I would emphasize, though, that that can be a lengthy process. So another option would be to contact the commission, and they also can provide help and resources with information on how to get your accommodations. They also may be able to match that financially so that you can get your accommodations.
That really is an important part. If I want to go to an event, I want to make sure that there's accommodations there. So thank you for answering that. If we need interpreting or CART captioning, we need to ask. And if they say no, there are other options. So that's good to know. Thank you for answering my question. So thank you both for your time. Thank you for coming. It's been a wonderful discussion. And I want to thank everybody who's been involved. It's been a very inspiring and important event for voting. So thank you so much for your time. And please get out and vote.